The Donald Trump allegations are wild. Listen, this one right here by Antonio Talks, man. Good content creator, dog. I really appreciate the work he putting in right now. But let's get into this video.
So, the Epstein files.
All right.
The American citizens, have been begging the government to, just release everybody that's on this list. I guess you could say there's progress being made because recently some emails have been leaked regarding the Epstein files. Now, the biggest story probably out of this is something regarding Donald Trump and Bill Clinton.
Okay, this is breaking news, but a new leaked email from the deceased human trafficker that was best friends with Donald Trump and Bill Clinton says that there are photos of Donald Trump giving George Slopadopoulos to Bill Clinton.
This is the email right here. You and your boy Donnie.
The Slopadopoulos, bro. What the fuck? Hey, man, they saying Epstein got pictures of Clinton in a dress. Man, them some wild boys, man.
Can make a remake of the movie Get Hard. Ask him if Putin has photos of Trump blowing Bubba. Yo, what the hell? Bubba is Bill Clinton. I'm gonna say this just for my protection. These are all allegations. Nothing is confirmed, but it might be some truth to this right here. So we on Twitter, and this is a tweet back in 2015. If Hillary Clinton can't satisfy if Hillary Clinton can't satisfy her husband, what makes her think she can satisfy America? Whoa. How does Donald Trump know that Hillary wasn't satisfying Bill?
Oh, snap. I didn't even make that connection. I'd be a little slow sometimes. If Hillary can't satisfy her man, don't tell me that mean that Bill Cosby was pillow talking with Donica Lewinsky. They calling them Donica Lewinsky, y'all. Hey, man. Damn, you don't even know how to treat your own man. How you gonna treat the country right? I know what that man like. Boy, they some freaky frogs, man.
Hey, now I just want to say this regarding gay people and people that are homophobic. We got to study the pipeline of extremely homophobic individuals to down low pipeline. Because time and time again, these DL men keep getting exposed. And up front, they're like super homophobic, don't like gay people whole time. They gay as hell. Now, this news right here wouldn't really affect anything. It would probably make his supporters not like him. But the emails really show how grim, evil, and just sadistic these elites are.
The thousands of...
Hey, but a good thing he said, though, is like a lot of his following, their whole thing is they hate LGBTQ.
MAGA has a major closeted gay male problem. It is busting at the seams, you guys. And I think this is one of the reasons why they're acting so crazy. We all know Grindr exploded after Charlie Kirk's funeral. Everybody's up there praising Jesus, then going out and doing gay stuff at night. Same thing at the RNC. So Kylie, the producer of our show, has been doing some research, and she has some things to share with us. Kylie.
Hi.
Hi, Kylie.
Okay, so we've got a little slideshow.
Okay.
It's a few MAGA politicians and influencers who are anti-LGBTQI+ that the internet report to be allegedly secretly gay. And today, the most important word is allegedly. So I did deep dives on 4 politicians on Reddit and on Twitter and went deep. And first, we're going to go with the Secretary of State.
Wow.
Marco Rubio.
Really?
So here's who Marco is, right? He wants to undo gay marriage. He wants to end LGBTQ+ protections. He calls the gay marriage bill a stupid waste of time. On Reddit, I found this. Someone posts, you can't forget about Marco Rubio. He and a friend were arrested in the 90s for engaging in presumably illegal activities at Brickell Park after dark. All charges were eventually dropped. The park is cited as being a gay cruising area, and his friend that he was with, Angel Barrios, would later become involved in gay porn. This is an article on it.
MAGA.
Marco Rubio's childhood friend tied to Miami's most infamous gay porn case. So he got caught cruising and he got arrested for this. I found the records.
Kylie. I heard this. I did not know.
Straight up. So if this does turn out to be a fact, and he did, in fact, put that hot tour on Big Bubba, the big beautiful Bill, they supposed to run for the hills, man, because that's not what he ran on, man. He's supposed to run on good, wholesome, old school Christian American values, and the LGBT community does not fall in line with that. So, yeah, they're supposed to just run for the hills after that. But will they?
Documents related to convicted Offender Jeffrey Epstein released by Congress. President Trump's name appears hundreds of times in the newly released batch of emails and text messages as well, including Epstein saying that he'd, quote, met some bad people, none as bad as Trump. And in one text exchange, someone whose name was redacted wrote to Epstein, "It will all blow over. They're really just trying to take down Trump and doing whatever they can do to do that." Epstein replied, "Yes, thanks. It's wild because I am the one able to take him down." Ooh. Trump has called the scandal a hoax, and he denies any wrongdoing. A handful of Republicans, though, are joining Democrats in supporting a bill that would require the release of the Justice Department's files on Epstein. The House is expected to vote on that as early as next week.
New bombshell.
Said, bro, I know he been on them blood pressure pills like a dog lately, man. Ain't no way. I know he's stressed out, man. Dude, health is deteriorating right as we speak, right before our eyes. They asked this man, what did you get an MRI on? He couldn't even answer him. I got an MRI before, and I know exactly what it was for. So what does that tell you? Either he's lying. He's always lying, so we know it is. He's lying.
Email suggests that Trump knew about Epstein's trafficking crimes all along, spent hours alone with a confirmed survivor, and was even called the dog who hasn't barked to the FBI. So 3 emails regarding the Trump-Epstein relationship were just released by Democrats from a batch of thousands of documents received from the Epstein estate subpoena. And the details are damning. The first email is from 2011, when Epstein wrote to Ghislaine Maxwell saying that the only dog that hasn't barked is Trump, and that a certain Epstein survivor, name redacted, spent hours with Trump in Epstein's New York City house, but suggested that the police weren't.
So Trump was with an actual victim. That's what it says in the email, y'all. Let's just bring up President Barack Obama. And I'm gonna be honest, Barack Obama didn't do that much for black people, but I still love Barack Obama. If he had allegations of the things that Trump has, or even the things that Trump has done, he would have not been president. Let alone—
What? Would he have not been president? Man, they would have laughed at this dude, man. Nobody would have taken him seriously. If he had a percentage of the things wrong with him like Trump had wrong with him, he would never have been president. If he had ever had an allegation of being discriminatory towards certain types of tenants and shit like that, no black person would have voted. What, you ain't want to rent to black people, bro? Nah, we ain't voting for no damn Obama. Come on now. He had a squeaky clean record. That was the only way he was able to run for president, dog, because he's a black man. You got to be damn near perfect, bro.
On half of those things. This is just an obvious example of white privilege.
Aware of Trump's involvement. Maxwell responded saying that she has been thinking about this. The exchange happened around 3 years after Epstein was sentenced to 18 months in a minimum security prison on his plea deal sentence, and he only served about 13 months. The second email is from 2015, right before the 2016 election, when Michael Wolff, who was writing a book about Trump, wrote to Epstein that CNN was going to be asking Trump about their relationship. Epstein asked if they could craft one themselves, what would that answer be? Wolff responds saying that they should just let him hang himself in a way that generates a positive benefit for you, and that if it looks like he could win, you could save him, generating a debt. And that when he's asked, he'll probably say Jeffrey is a good guy, which of course is what Trump had previously said.
The president telling New York Magazine, quote, "I've known Jeff for 15 years, terrific guy."
At this point, Epstein was no longer in jail and was encouraging Ghislaine Maxwell to keep going to parties to avoid looking like a convict. The third released email is from 2019, when Epstein wrote to Wolff that a survivor, name redacted, was at Mar-a-Lago. He wrote, "Trump said he asked me to resign. Never a member ever. Of course he knew about the girls as he asked Ghislaine to stop."
Man.
Some believe this is in reference to Trump allegedly banning Epstein from membership at Mar-a-Lago for poaching girls who had worked for him, but that's not confirmed. So he knew about the girls, didn't bark on Epstein, and there were talks of how Epstein could benefit in some way from a Trump presidency.
I mean, is it so hard to believe? Is it that far-fetched, bro? We got the man on microphone saying he likes to grab him by the coochie. When you're rich, you can do whatever you want. Come on now. That's the man that said that. This the same dude that said he would probably date his daughter if she wasn't his daughter. Come on now. Let's just use common sense, dog. Dude was a crook in the business world. What make us think he wouldn't be a crook in the politics?
If that's what's been released so far, imagine what's in the files that are caught up in the house.
Yeah.
So this is the worst email so far that I have read in the Epstein files. And I'm going to read it to you, but I'm warning you, when I first read this email, I legitimately felt sick to my stomach. Like I'm still having a physiological reaction from it. So this is from Tom Barrack to Jeffrey Epstein. And if you don't know who Tom Barrack is, he is a close friend and fundraiser to Donald Trump. He was the senior advisor to Trump's 2016 presidential campaign, and he is currently Trump's ambassador to Turkey. He is in this inner circle. So this is what the email says. And again, I am warning you, it is Epstein. Hope you are well. Photos look good. FYI, I receive many calls a week about both Donald, redacted, Marla, beauty contests, Mar-a-Lago, etc., and Clinton from reporters. Less so recently with Clinton, but my answers are always, I have nothing to say, or I try to ignore it altogether. A few times I have been ambushed on the street with questions, but I'm more careful now. So from this, we can deduce that Barrick just sent Epstein some photos, and Barrick is fully aware of what Epstein is doing.
This is my theory on why so many like rich people become like sick. And I'm not sympathizing with them, by the way, but they got all this money in the world. They done did everything. They done traveled to every place. They done bought everything. What else is there to life? That's when they start doing weird shit. Y'all know all the crazy theories, sacrificing people. That's when they start getting into all of this wicked evilness because they so fucking bored. They got
you know what it is, bro? This is what it is. They get desensitized to normal shit. Because normal shit is becoming mundane and boring to them. So they're chasing a high. It's like those adrenaline junkies, man. Let's say that they, I don't know, start with doing parkour, right? You know what I'm saying? They jumping over fences doing backflips. Okay, cool. That's no longer fun. So they up it and up it. Now they jumping off the damn Golden State Bridge with a parachute. Now that's not enough. Now they hang gliding from Mount Everest, and it's always something. They're chasing a new high. You get what I'm saying? So it's like with a lot of entertainers and athletes. Those guys sleep with the most beautiful women in the world, right? And they keep having to chase that high. And then a lot of times what they end up doing is start doing freaky shit. Real talk. They're desensitized to normal things. So they have to go bigger and bigger.
20 yachts. They got 20 houses. They don't like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm not saying money is evil because, man, money brings you, it can bring you happiness. But although on the other end, when you got too much of it, it's like, you know, shit, it low-key kills your soul, bro. That's why I don't want to be rich. I just want to be able to live comfortably. Cause when
bro, listen, I know your ass living comfortable as hell right now, boy. I be pocket watching, goddammit. I see the views, boy. You getting that guap. You getting that blue cheese.
this type of money, bro, this when you start getting into all that weird shit, bro. Nah.
Barrick responds with, hope you're good. Let's catch up. And Epstein finally says, send photos of you and child. Make me smile.
That is this, bro. Just the fact that Donald Trump has ties to this man, bro, it's such a bad look. Like, and the thing is, y'all, we're about to watch some videos now. MAGA, they still do not care. They trying to actually say that Donald Trump still wasn't in the wrong.
It is not a coincidence that the Democrats leaked these emails to the fake news this morning ahead of Republicans reopening the government.
By her logic, y'all, the government leaked real emails, but to fake news. So the emails are still real. Like, what?
For a party that claims to care about affordability, they sure waste a lot of time on old emails.
Dog, people are delusional, dog. You can tell them, hey, bro, everything in this country is going to shit because of Trump, and give them the factual information, the statistics, the numbers, day by day, from the day he stepped in office till now, and put it out there in bullet point form. You can give them graphs, charts, you can give them pie graphs, all kind of shit, and they will deny it, bro. Like, for instance, the fact that they're giving $40 billion to Argentina when we ain't clean house over here yet, right? How they stopping research with the NIH and shit like that. Like, dog, the country is going downhill because of the policies of the Trump administration, bro. And they don't want to hear that shit, right? Everything is more expensive. You can literally lay it out there for them and they will not believe you, bro. That's fake news. Fake news.
Why is it always Fox News, bro? And it's like they can do everything but just say that these emails are fake. They not fake. If I was Donald Trump, I would just release the files. Like, I'm going to release the files to clear my name. Like, that's just what I would do, because y'all not finna sit here and say I'm doing all this. You know what? Here, just get him. It's just so obvious that he's in the files. And maybe the small chance he's not, all of his billionaire friends, his rich buddies, some of them are on those files. So if he released those, he's going to have fallout with them, this and that. So, yeah, man, he's in a bad, he's in a pickle.
But look here, dog, I want to further bring home his point. I just so happen to come across a clip on Instagram, and I'm about to play it for y'all right now. This shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. Now, the title of this says, white men have worn the white hoods, but white women sold them.
Men may have worn the white hoods, but white women sewed them. Keep that in mind while you watch this.
That Jeffrey Epstein, in this person's view, was not a this is this person's view, who was there for a lot of this, but that he was into the barely legal type. Like, he liked 15-year-old girls. That he wasn't into, like, 8-year-olds, but he liked the very young teen types that could pass for even younger than they were, but would look legal. There's a difference between a 15-year-old and a 5-year-old.
That's what Megyn Kelly said on her show yesterday. Listen, white...
They protect each other, bro. I'm telling you, they nasty. Barely legal is 18. Not no goddamn 15.
Women manufacturing consent for misogynists, racists, and predators is not a new phenomenon. There's actually tremendous historical precedent for it. During the antebellum era, many pretended not to see their husbands assaulting enslaved black girls on plantations and impregnating them. Many sewed KKK hoods so their husbands could anonymously lynch black boys and cut off their genitalia to be kept as souvenirs. So when I hear Megyn Kelly downplaying the assault of minors because white men did it, I don't hear a deviation from historical precedent. I hear a continuation of it. People like Megyn Kelly, who are out here softening the actions of predators, have been simultaneously scapegoating trans people and drag queens as a danger to our kids when they're not. It's giving deflection, and it's giving the calls coming from inside the house. An 8-year-old and a 15-year-old are both minors, and targeting one versus the other doesn't give you some kind of moral high ground. That framing is dangerous and despicable, especially from someone who has a 14-year-old daughter. Women are so often the cultural educators and arbiters of their families. When they took their kids to have picnics under mutilated black corpses hanging from trees, they taught them that was acceptable. And when you lend your gender and optics to bolster white patriarchal systems, you teach your kids that's acceptable too.
Yep.
So are y'all going to keep sewing hoods, or are you going to start burning them with us? White.
Say, bro. Case in point. They allow it. They enable it. Right? It goes hand in hand. Straight up. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'm going to get at y'all on the next one.